Blue Archive made a massive writing mistake in Volume 2 by assassinating Sensei's character. As much as I like the story in Blue Archive so far, this particular scene in Volume 2 is just not great, and it drags the entire story down. Here's a quick recap. In Chapter 1, Sensei and the twins found Aris in the ruins with no memories of who she is. They brought her into the club, taught her how to act human, and became her very first friends. But then in Chapter 2, something went terribly wrong. Aris touched a strange robot and she went full-on Terminator mode and Momoi got hurt. That's when Ryo came in to forcefully take Aris away and kill her. Because Aris is actually a doomsday weapon built by a cult to destroy Kivotos. This is an excellent setup. You can do a lot of thematic storytelling with this simple concept. It is a perfect dilemma between justice and morality. Is it moral to kill someone before they've actually committed a terrible crime? It's a debate about humanity versus programming. Aris definitely feels regret for hurting Momoi, which suggests she has a soul. She's not just a machine. But we've also seen her lose control against her own will. So, can she fight her internal programming? Is she just a robot, or is she something more? It's also about responsibility versus fear. Do we protect Aris's freedom and risk catastrophe, or do we just lock her down for the greater good of the world? And both sides represent these arguments beautifully. Ryo is coming from purely logical and practical approach because it is her job as the president to protect Millennium and deal with any risk. But Sensei and the game development department have practically raised Aris from a blank slate to a lovely girl. Both sides have real stakes and took it personally. This will make for an absolutely great story. But that's not what happened. Ryo started the debate very maturely. She didn't just charge in and immediately took Aris by force. She explained herself. She presented the facts and the risk to justify her next actions. Of course, Yuzu and Midori are not happy about that. They turned to Sensei and asked for his help. So what did Sensei do? He just told Ryo to shut up. That's all he did. He didn't engage with our arguments, he didn't try to defuse the situation, he failed to be assertive, and he didn't control his emotion like a proper adult. And Ryo rightly called him out. Why? How did you screw him this bad? There is a running theme in Blue Archive about the difference between children and adult. Sensei is supposed to represent the maturity of an adult as the mentor, the one who shows his student how to become the best version of themselves. And to be clear, the problem isn't that Sensei lose in this scene. He has to lose. That's how we'll get the raid on Eridu later. The problem is that he doesn't even argue anything back like an adult, and in the process, he lost his dignity. He didn't embody the theme and his purpose as the mentor. It's especially frustrating because it's an out-of-character moment. Smart characters in stories don't freeze up in confusion like us in real life. They have to recover very quickly and throw quips back to keep the scene interesting. Sensei knows how to do this in a debate. He did it when talking to the Black Suit in Volume 1 and with Nagisa in Volume 3. That's why I said it's a character assassination. If the students see him acting like this, why would they respect him at all? When Yuzu asked Sensei to intervene, he just froze. I know he's a self-insert, but he's just way too passive when his student's life is on the line. So now we know why this scene feels weird. The next question is, how do we fix it? In this next part of the video, I want to try to rewrite this scene and improve it as a fun writing exercise. It's not going to be perfect, and my voice acting is going to be terrible because I've never done this before. So I want to hear your opinion in the comment section down below. Our main goal here is to make Sensei more active while also keeping the story beat intact. So instead of letting Ryo take control of the conversation, we're going to have Sensei and Ryo fight over the scene in a simple 6-step solution. And it will start here. Let me put it simply. Your halo must be destroyed. Enough, Ryo! You're making serious claims about my students without any shred of evidence. If you want to be taken seriously, you'll provide proof, not metaphors, not speculation. And then we decide with clear heads. Alright, Sensei. Surveillance confirms Ares triggered Ruin-born command protocols. The division logs respond to her as AL-1S, and the ancients themselves recorded her existence. This isn't metaphor, Sensei. It's not speculation, it's fact. Right. So then, why did Ares not attack us right now? Because these are just possibilities, Ryo. Something has definitely changed. She was a blank slate when we first brought her here, and now look at her. I've seen her smile, I've seen her cry. All that matters is that she regrets what happened. She feels guilt. That's proof enough she isn't just a machine to me. She has a soul. Guilt doesn't change the fact that Thing lost control of herself and hurt her own friend. It's not a question of if, Sensei. It's a question of when. When that Thing loses control again, she is not going to stop at 1. And every second you stall, you're gambling with everyone's lives. Then I'll find a way to stop it. What? I've seen it myself. She can learn, she can change. I can teach her to control herself. How long are you going to speak this kind of nonsense? That Thing is a weapon. Your job is to protect all your students, not a weapon. Do you want their deaths on your hands when she stood above the cold corpses of your students? Be reasonable, Sensei. Don't talk to me about reason when you're about to kill a child. Reason is refusing to abandon anyone under your care, no matter the cost. Reason is to believe in the people under your guidance. Isn't that your job, Ryo? Ares is still your responsibility. Tell me, have you ever risked yourself for what you believe? You don't even believe in anyone but yourself, do you? Fine. I understand now, Sensei. This isn't about her. It's about you. You don't want to face the truth, Sensei. You want to gamble with everyone's lives to protect your conscience. That's not compassion, Sensei. That's selfishness. And I won't stand for that. The end is still the same. We still have Ryo order Toki to fight and take Ares by force. And later on, in the climax of the story, the fact that Ares can control herself validates all of Sensei's assertions, which will in turn set up Ryo's Momotalk event where she wants to learn from Sensei and fix her misguided ways. So, what do you think? Which version of the story do you like more? Did I overdo it? Are there some lines that you would do differently? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.